Ladies and gentlemen, from the Paramount here in Huntington, New York, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Joe DeGuardia's StarBoxing. Sponsored by Modell Sporting Goods. Gotta go to Moe's. WBAB 102.3, Long Island's #1 rock station. Camelot Limousine, the Inn at Fox Hollow, Anti-3, and Power Play. Your three judges scoring this contest from ringside: John McKay, Ron McNair, and Carlos Ortiz Jr. At the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, Steve Willis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears the black trunks. He weighed in at 167.6 pounds. Tonight, he makes his professional debut from Farmingdale, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dan Canine Cion. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the silver and gold. He weighed in at a ready 166.2 pounds. His professional record, 1 fight, 1 victory, and that victory came by way of knockout. From Bayside, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Vincenzo D'Angelo.
And the referee takes them to the center of the ring. Steve Willis, veteran. This could be short and vicious, either way. Scheduled for 4 rounds. If you're getting up to get yourself a refreshment, wait a few minutes. Don't leave now. In the black trunks, Cion. In the gold-colored trunks, Vinny D'Angelo. I have known him since he's a kid. He comes from a fighting family. He's done MMA, he's done kickboxing. He is a born fighter. Golden Gloves champion.
And he looks as calm and relaxed as you can be, standing 3 feet in front of someone who's trying to rip his head off.
Watch D'Angelo's right jab. Even though he's fighting as a southpaw, something he's always done, he is a right-hander, so it's his right hand, both his jab and his hook, which are brutal.
Definitely a feeling out process in the first round. There's not much that D'Angelo can know about Dan Cion because Dan's never fought before.
D'Angelo just feeling Cion out, pawing with that jab. He hasn't really done anything yet. There's a hard left aimed at the body. This is truly a feeling out round, and I'm surprised that it's gone even this long feeling each other out. Yeah, over a minute into the first round.
Well, that's D'Angelo. I mean, he's really not doing much. He's just kind of pawing his way through, trying to figure Cion out a little bit, waiting for his shot.
Well, Cion also not wanting to get too close and to taste any power from D'Angelo. There's a stiff left hand to the body by D'Angelo.
Cion's also 5 years older.
Both guys have explosive power in their right hand. Yes, the southpaw D'Angelo, who is a natural right-hander. You haven't seen that right hand yet. He's just pawing out with it so far.
But you can see how good D'Angelo is on his feet. Anytime Cion tries to get in there, D'Angelo is able to just float away.
Another hard left hand to the body by D'Angelo. He's trying to get Cion to drop those hands and then come in with that right hook of his. Gets away from some shots. About 40 seconds remain in the opening round, scheduled for 4 rounds, super middleweights.
D'Angelo's quick. He popped him with a couple of jabs. Nice body shot there by Cion. Cion kind of lunges with his punches, trying to get contact with D'Angelo.
D'Angelo has some good defense. You'll see him make a little shoulder move here and there. There was a hard right hand to the side of the face. That one landed by D'Angelo. You can hear the tap on the ring. There it is. A few seconds remain. Round number 1. Put it in the books.
Well, Randy, what do you think? I mean, that was pretty much a feeling out round. Tough to really give one fighter the advantage over the other. What do you have?
I'm really shocked. I was expecting totally, if I had to place a bet there, what's going to happen this round, I would have said there is going to be just blistering action that round. And there wasn't.
No, there wasn't. I mean,
Cion just came in. You saw him try a few shots and pulls away. A couple of shots there that were blocked and fell short by D'Angelo. But I thought overall it was more of a D'Angelo round. He was more in command. Defensively, he was a little bit better. Landed some stiff body shots and a couple of shots to the head with his right hand. A close round. I made it 10-9 for D'Angelo. Round number 2 coming up.
I had it pretty even, actually, myself. We'll see what happens if D'Angelo presses the action, if he's figured anything out here in round 2.
Danny Cion in the black trunks against Vinny D'Angelo in those sparkling gold trunks. Another left hand to the body, at least a try there by D'Angelo. And again, D'Angelo coming in, pulling with that right hand, and then gets away from some shots by Cion.
You got to give Cion credit. I mean, this is a guy that was an MMA guy and kind of fell out of love with the sport, he said, and started training again after taking some time off. And his trainer said, "You've got some skills in boxing. Why don't you just see how far you can take it?" And here he is in his pro debut.
I do give him a lot of credit for really never having had an amateur fight, going in against the guy who is a 2009 New York Golden Gloves champion. As much of a fighter as D'Angelo is, and you see D'Angelo getting away from shots there, bobbing and weaving, and then getting inside, wrapping each other up. Veteran Steve Willis breaks him up.
Definitely more action here in round 2. Both fighters getting into it. But Cion has definitely gotten D'Angelo's attention. I don't know if D'Angelo thought much of him going into this fight, but he's got his attention now.
Then he took a hard shot there, then got away from some other shots, just ate a stiff left jab, then pumps in his own right jab. In a battle of the jab, Vinny has to win it, but Cion is standing right in front of him, and that time eats a very stiff right jab. That might have been the hardest punch of the fight. Cion misses with a left hook.
The jab is there all night for D'Angelo. One minute left in round number 2. Been a pretty even fight, Randy, gotta say.
Yes, it is. I'd give the edge to D'Angelo with his movement, defensive ability, and he's been backing up Cion, keeping him at bay with that right jab. He pours out with it sometimes, then he jumps in with a hard right, left to the body, and then they wrap up like this. Steve Willis breaks them apart. 30 seconds to go, round number 2.
I thought Cion was going to revert back to his MMA roots there for a second. Cion connecting there. You got D'Angelo with a shot.
Cion with a try with the right hand to the body fell short. And D'Angelo again pawing with that right hand, drives a left to the body. Now they stand in close, start to trade. Most of their shots are missing. Final seconds of round number 2. They start to go at it. There's the bell. Steve Willis gets between them as they heat it up at the end of round number 2.
Great action to end round number 2. I tell you, the Paramount crowd, they're behind Cion. Farmingdale kid. I mean, maybe he's not a kid anymore. He's 32, but they're behind him. Great action there in round number 2 as opposed to the first round. Take a look at the replay here. Cion trying to be the aggressor, trying to make contact, backed him up in the corner. Good action here in the corner towards the end of the round. He's not very accurate, Cion, but he's very tough. You can say that.
Nice shots in there to the body by Vince D'Angelo. There you look into the corner of Cion. Ice pack being applied to the top of his head, his neck. Vinny looks fresh. Round number 3 scheduled for 4 super middleweights. Vinny D'Angelo in those gold sparkling trunks out of Bayside, New York. And Dan Cion out of Farmingdale, New York. Making his professional debut. D'Angelo 1-0.
D'Angelo said he borrowed his trunks from your closet. Is that true?
Yeah,
You had a pair of those trunks in your closet?
absolutely. You know, it's funny. I watched Vinny D'Angelo at about 10 years old doing MMA. About 17, 18 years ago, rolling around with his dad and his brothers. The youngest of several brothers, all fighting family. Nice body shot with the left hand by D'Angelo.
Cion's coming back.
Vinny
Heavy
took the hard
punch.
right uppercut, then he comes in with a left right of his own. A couple of stiff left hands and then a right hand by Cion. They are starting to just turn their punches loose.
Cion's like a brick house. He doesn't really go anywhere when D'Angelo hits him.
Let's see if stamina, the one thing that Cion may have a problem with. You know, it's one thing to really train for your professional debut. It's another to be with a big, strong guy like D'Angelo. Hard left hand to the body by D'Angelo. Gets out of the way of a right hand. D'Angelo pressing the action, trying to keep Cion on the ropes. Driving short shots to the body. Referee Steve Willis lets him working close. He's telling him, keep your hands free. Vinny leaning on him. Banging away to the body. Then goes upstairs to the head. Now Steve Willis breaks him up.
Cion tried to land with the uppercut before, just missed.
1 minute to go, round number 3. Hard left hand by D'Angelo.
I think Cion smiled, actually, after he got hit, but that could be a sign that he's hurt. Maybe stamina is becoming a factor.
Pouring that pressure on now, Jamie. He's keeping his hands up, blocking a lot of shots, and then takes steps in. He's walking to the side a little bit, but also stepping in. Constantly coming in. Hard left hand to the head. Gets out of the way of a left hook. And now it's Cion who backs D'Angelo to the ropes.
Yeah, he used his MMA shoulder leverage to push.
D'Angelo spins him around. Hard left hand to the body by D'Angelo. Right hand to the body by D'Angelo. Keeping the pressure on. Now he gets wrapped up. Steve Willis tells D'Angelo, watch pushing him down. Don't do that.
Final 10 seconds.
You're going to hear the rap on the ring again. 5 seconds. There we go. End of the 3rd round. Again, a wild finish.
Good round. Good round for D'Angelo. He stunned Cion a couple of times.
Nice action from that 3rd round. Cion puts the pressure on, gets the way out of a shot. Look at that right uppercut by Cion.
Yeah, he's been trying to land that all night. Landed it a couple times. Not fully, but enough.
And then it was D'Angelo coming in.
Nice left by D'Angelo, rocking Cion there. D'Angelo definitely more aggressive towards the second half of this round. I give him that round. I would say he is leading the fight.
What
entering
a
this round.
professional debut this has been for Cion. You're looking at D'Angelo waiting to get that mouthpiece. Putting her up. Give me some water. Up. And Cion stands up before that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 4th and final round.
Here we go, 4th and final round. Super middleweights. Dan Cion in the black trunks pouring out with that left jab against Vinny D'Angelo. And D'Angelo 1-0, 1 knockout. A debut tonight for Cion. What a debut it's been.
Very impressive, Cion. No experience as a boxer, but you can tell he has experience as a fighter. And he's given it everything he's got.
You know, on my scorecard, I got D'Angelo winning every round, and he's going to probably win this fight if he doesn't get stopped. And even though Cion will be 0-1, he has nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, you can tell by the look in his eyes, he still thinks he can win this with one shot, or maybe two. So he got 2 minutes left to do it.
I would say he's winded right now. He took a sharp left hand to the head, hard right hand to the head by D'Angelo. The hardest shots have been landed by D'Angelo. Drives the left hand to the body. Oh, then comes upstairs with the left hand. Cion has some kind of chin. Oh, whistling right hand goes over the top of the head. Cion missed that one by inches.
Cion may be running out of gas now.
I've got to give it to D'Angelo. He knows he's got this one won. He is not moving backwards. He's coming in, trying to make a war out of it. And that is always dangerous against a muscular, strong guy like Dan Cion.
Cion's not giving in at all. He still thinks he can turn this around.
I don't know if Dan Cion is a boxer, but I do know this. Dan Cion is a tough guy.
100%.
And so is D'Angelo. D'Angelo, from a fighting family, looks like he's on his way to winning his second professional fight without defeat. Just under a minute to go. Vinny held back on that one as Cion turned his back on him. And they fall into a clinch. Cion holds on tight onto the right arm of D'Angelo. Willis letting them work out of it, finally says, okay, tells D'Angelo, get those shots up. About 30 seconds remain, fourth and final round. D'Angelo still trying to make a slugfest out of it. He's coming in.
D'Angelo's looking to finish impressively. Give him credit.
Seconds remaining in the fight. And they're still in front of each other throwing shots. Big right uppercut just misses by Cion.
The first round was feeling out, but after that, both fighters let it fly.
Hard right jab by D'Angelo. Final seconds of this fight. Final bell will ring. There it is.
Good fight.
Vinny D'Angelo returns to his corner. And those safety mats put on the floor. Vinny D'Angelo standing on one of those safety mats made by Tommy Clohesi. In New York, they use the safety mats because they're like sponges. They just soak up all the water. And in many fights, you've seen guys slip all over the place in the corner. In New York, you're not going to see that. And let's see some of the action from that fourth round where Vinny D'Angelo never let up.
Yeah, D'Angelo had the lead.
Win it by knockout, Jamie.
He had the lead going into this round, and he didn't let up. He was the aggressor. Cion really didn't do much, and you can tell D'Angelo scoring at will.
He just kept unloading. See him getting away, a little shoulder roll there. A Mayweather shoulder roll, comes back with a left hand, comes inside, doesn't want to clinch. Their hands were free. It was an action-packed fight from basically from the second minute of the first round where they felt each other out. Then they started going at each other.
Yeah, first round was feeling out. You give Cion credit, and you give D'Angelo credit. This was only his second professional fight. We think he will be 2-0.
I have it 40-36 on my unofficial scorecard. Let's see how the judges have it. I have that man losing it, but you know what? Losing it in impressive fashion, not embarrassing himself at all. Dan Cion losing not only in his professional boxing debut, this man has never boxed before. And this man has a nice amateur record. He's also a Golden Glove champion, comes from a fighting family. I see a nice future for him. I don't want to see Dan Cion stop boxing. I want to see him continue going.
Definitely not. Let's go to the ring, and David Diamante, who has the official score.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here at the Paramount, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, John McKay, Ron McNair, and Carlos Ortiz Jr. scored this bout identically, 39-37. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated from Bayside, New York, Vincenzo D'Angelo.
Well, all 3 judges had it 39 37 for DiLorenzo. I had it 40-36, so 1 round off of D'Angelo. I said DiLorenzo. D'Angelo, Vinny D'Angelo wins that decision across the board, 39-37. Our Karen Castanova stands by with Vinny D'Angelo.
Congratulations on your second professional victory. Tell us about how you felt in there.
I felt good. I haven't performed in a while, so just getting my timing and getting back comfortable with everything. But overall, I was in shape, felt real good, and that was that. Put that one in the books, come back next time.
Did you want to knock him out?
I wanted to, but sometimes, things don't happen. You gotta slow it down, get a little bit. But next time, we'll get that one.
All right, looking forward to seeing your next fight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you, Kara. There's the happy winner.
More StarBoxing
Vinny D'Angelo.
coming up next.
The man is a Golden Gloves champion from 2009. 32-3 amateur record. Couple of years off as he went back to MMA a little bit. But now he's resumed his boxing career, and it is with stiff shots like that and some body shots like that and just constant pressure and real good defense. Vinny D'Angelo, 28 years old, is now on his way. He said it's going to be all boxing for him. He's 2-0, 1 knockout. He promises to be back in action very soon. Vinny D'Angelo, 2-0.